Hey you guys, it's your boy Rokket Foo here, coming with you with a deck profile of Kuriboi's Kuriboi deck. Like, I know everyone's been waiting for this forever. And I'm really happy that I get to do. I feel I'm honored to give you this deck profile. Honestly, it'll be better if he get it, but he says I'm better with the words. But you know, he's just being himself. But yeah, just Kuriboi's, you know, he's had it since day one, since he started playing, you know, forever ago and stuff like that. Oh, I want to give a shout out to that Kuriboi though for letting me do this. First off, he runs 3 winged Kuribois. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you take no more battle damage for the rest of this turn. Next is 3 Kuribois. Whenever you would take battle damage, you can discard this card. You do not take battle damage for that one battle.
Are you sure it's not to special summon?
No, to special summon, you're thinking about Kuriboi. What Kuriboi does is you get to banish this card from your graveyard, special summon all the Kuribois in your graveyard. So you have to deal with all these furballs everywhere. And his other effect is whenever he's in your hand, you can discard this. Whenever a monster is destroyed, you know, discard this, special summon that monster back at the end of the battle phase. But talking about life points, let's talk about Performance Power Kuriboi Noble? Kuriboi Noble? What the hell? Kuriboi Noble. I don't know. Basically, whenever your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, special summon this card and change the attack target to that, and any life points you would lose, you gain it instead. And for the last of the 3s is Relic Kuriboi. I can banish this card from the graveyard to draw a card. Or no. When this card is tributed, I get to draw a card. His graveyard effect is I get to banish him, prevent one monster from being destroyed by battle. Lastly, for the Kuribois, sadly, can't believe we're done with Kuribois, is 1 Rainbow Kuriboi. Whenever your opponent's monster declares an attack, I get to activate this card from my hand, equip it to it. As long as this card is equipped to a monster, it cannot attack. His graveyard is whenever monster declares a direct attack, I get to special summon this from the graveyard, but banish him when it leaves the field. Now, time for a twist in the deck. Three Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair. Ooh. What this guy does is he cannot be tributed. No, your opponent cannot tribute this card. He cannot be targeted by card effects, and I can special summon him from my hand or from my graveyard if a dark monster got tributed this turn. Like whenever a dark monster is tributed, I can special summon him from my hand or graveyard. And his other effect is I get to tribute 1 monster on the field to target 1 card in my opponent's hand, either return it to the top or bottom of the deck. And since we're talking about dragons, let's talk about Felgran. Divine Dragon Lord Felgran. What this guy does is, upon his special summon, I get to target 1 monster my opponent controls or in the graveyard, banish it, and he gains 200 attack for its rank/level. And his other effect is whenever he's destroyed by battle by card effect, whenever he destroys an opponent's monster by battle by card effect, I get to special summon 1 level 7 or 8 dragon from my hand. No, from the graveyard. Yeah, special summon from the graveyard. Oh. And since we're talking about that particular guy, let's talk about Paladin of Felgran. Upon his normal or special summon, I get to equip him. I get to target 1 level 7 or 8 monster and a dragon. Equip it to him, and while he's equipped, he becomes unaffected by monster effects. And I get to tribute himself and another card to special summon 1 dragon from the graveyard. Yeah. But we've been talking about Felgran for way too much. Let's talk about Diabolos again. Arima, the warden, the wicked warden. What he does is I can discard him to either do one of two things. I can either draw one card or add one dark monster with 2,000 or more or less. 2,000 or more, 2,000 or less. I don't really even know. 2,000 or more defense from my deck to my hand instead. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but whenever you discard a card, you can discard him to add Lord of the Lair from your deck to your hand. Lair of Darkness. Yeah, the field spell. Lastly, for monsters, one Mystic Piper. Boy, this guy has been here since day one. I get to, he gets to tribute one. He can tribute himself to draw one card. If it is a level, you reveal it. If it's not a level 1 monster, if it's not a level 1 monster, nothing happens. But if you draw a level 1 monster, perfect. You get to draw again. That's that for monsters. Now for spells. 3 Layer of Darknesses. His effect is, first effect, all monsters on the field are dark. Period. His next effect is whenever, once per turn, you can tribute one of your opponent's dark monsters as if it was your own. His last effect is during the turn, for every single monster that gets tributed this turn, the turn player gets special summon one darkness token to their side of the field. Oh. Next is 2 Share the Pains. Basically, it's simple. You tribute a monster, your opponent tributes a monster. No questions asked. Talking about Kuribos, let's talk about this flute for some reason. I don't know why Kuribo has a flute. I've never seen him use it. I don't even know why, but the flute of summoning Kuribo. What this guy is, you can add one Wing Kuribo or Kuribo from your deck to your hand, or special summon one Kuribo or Wing Kuribo from your deck to your hand. That's it. Hit. Quick play spell if you didn't see. Now let's go back to dragons. Dragon Shrine times 3. You get to throw away one dragon from your deck to your graveyard. There's no normal dragon, so meh. Then 3 Return of the Dragon Lords. Activate this card to bring back, in this deck, Diablos or Felgran, and I get to banish this card to protect one of them from destruction. Now it's just time for the 1-ofs. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Terraforming, 1 Monster Reborn. And talking about, so since we're still on the topic of 1-ofs, we have 1 Mystical Space Typhoon and 1 Foolish Burial. Then, lastly for the traps, we have Grand Horn of Heaven, Black Horn of Heaven, and Grand Horn of Heaven. First off, Horn of Heaven, what this guy does is I can attribute 1 monster, negate the summon of a monster, and negate and destroy. Black Horn of Heaven, whenever a monster would be special summon, negate the special summon. Grand Horn of Heaven, whenever your opponent will special summon a monster, negate and destroy the summon, your opponent draws a card and it ends the battle phase. Ends the main phase right then and there. That's it for traps. And now it's time for the main thing of the deck, something you never would have thought about in this deck. Just give you a little suspense here. Are you guys ready for it? I hope you guys are, because it's time. Rank up Magic the 7th one. What this bad boy does is whenever you draw it whenever you draw it during the main phase, keep it revealed until the start of the main phase. After that, special summon 1 monster who's 1 monster that's numbers between 101 and 107. For example, number 107, Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. Then, after that, special summon 1 C monster with the exact same number. So, number C107, Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. And that's it. Just summon these guys and there, you're done. That's it with that, trashy card. This card, it's disgusting. But no, come on, all sass aside, it is a pretty cool card because you can summon any from 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty cool. And for the extra deck, as you saw, you know, 101 and C101. I mean, 107. My mistake, not 101. 107, not 101. Then next is 3 Link Kuribois. Wait, what the hell? I didn't know we Link Kuriboh. What this guy does is, whenever your opponent would declare an attack, I get to tribute itself, make that attacking monster attack 0. And his other effect is if this card while this card is in your graveyard, you get to tribute this card. You get to tribute 1 level 1 monster, special summon this guy back. Next is 1 Beat Cop from the Underworld, so you better be careful with this Beat Cop. What she does is, if her material are all dark monsters, you get to put 1 token on 1 card on the field, and it will not be destroyed by battle and by card effect. If it would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, I get to remove the token instead. So it's a one-time protection. And that's it for those guys. Now it's time for Exceeds. Since we have all these level 8 dragons, why not run number 97, Draglubion? What? Draglubion? Okay, yeah, whatever. Number 97, I'm calling that. What his effect is, because I really don't know. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You can detach 1 card to take 2 number monsters with different names from your deck, extra deck, and or graveyard, except himself. Special summon 1 of them, and the other one becomes the material. So the way I see it as, you know, like for the example, I get to target these 2 guys. One of them, like special summon 1 of them, and the other one becomes the material, or vice versa. But who would want 107 above, on top of C107? Probably Kuriboi, but you know, who knows? I don't know this Kuriboi. But since we're talking about him, he also runs number 100, number 89, and number 38. First off, what number 89 does is he gains 100 attack for each monster in the graveyards. Once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card. Until the end of the battle phase, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can special summon cards from the graveyard. Whoa. Next is number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Yeah, that's a really long name. His effect: whenever a spell card or effect is activated you can equip it, negate, and equip it to as material. And his other effect is you can detach 1 from this card. When opponent's monster declares an attack, detach 1, change the attack target to this card, and then perform damage calculation. So basically, the way it sounds like is whenever your opponent would declare an attack, he has to attack this guy. Hey. If a face-up Exceed monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can target 1 Exceed monster you control. It gains attack equal to that destroys monsters. And lastly, number 100, Numeron Dragon. What this guy does is, once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. This card gains gains attack equal to all the ranks of all the Exceed monsters currently on the field, times 1,000 until the end of your opponent's turn. If this card is destroyed by card effects, you can destroy as many monsters on the field as possible, minimum of 1. Then each player sets 1 spell or trap from their graveyard to the field. When your opponent's monster declares an attack while this card is in your graveyard, and you have no cards in your hand, special summon this. So, what's pretty cool about this guy is, like, you know, bringing back whatever that card was. You know, this guy. He has the 2 dragons material. Basically, I get to detach 1. And you know, I could just basically just do this. And there, activate the effect. Since these guys are both on the field, that's 9 ranks, so he'll gain 9,000 attack. Like, whoa, that's pretty high powered, if you don't mind me. And lastly, just tokens. Yeah, whatever, trash. Nah, just kidding. Love you, Kuriboi. And that's it for this. So that was the deck profile of the legendary Kuriboi deck that was made by Kuriboi. And you saw how amazing it is. Like, whoa. Never would have thought about putting a deck like that ever in my lifetime. Just, where does he get these ideas from? Like, whoa. He will not tell me where he get the ideas from, but I feel like it's just in his head, you know? But who knows? You can ask him yourself. I'm hoping he'll hop on the camera, but don't ever expect him. Honestly, I'm the camera guy here. Like, I'm the one. I'm the face of this section of the family fun. You know what I mean? So yeah, just keep on watching out for more content, and please, come on already. Please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more content of us, and comment. Why not just comment? You know, I always want to hear positive, negative feedbacks, comments on a deck. You like, hey, you should take this out, you should put this in. You know, anything will help. You know.